students, welcome to Veranda Race, and today we are going to discuss some questions based on prepositions. The same questions which are given to you in the preposition homework. Let us start the session with question number 1. They are true dash their kingdom. So being true to someone or true to something, some place or kingdom or a king for that matter, means you are being loyal to that. So the answer should be 2. Being true to their kingdom. They are true to their kingdom means they are loyal towards their kingdom. Moving ahead to question number 2. I generally prefer bread dash rice. See, prefer is a verb which is not followed by than. Generally people feel that than should be the answer, but it's incorrect. It should be to. I prefer bread to rice. Clear? Moving ahead to question number 3. Question number 3 says, we don't conquer dash him dash his magnanimity. What is the meaning of magnanimity? Means generosity, being generous to someone. Conquer means having the same opinion. You know what is concurrent lines? Means which meet at one point or which start from the same point. Concurrent means meeting at some point. So we don't conquer dash him dash his magnanimity. So conquer with someone. This is the correct use. We don't conquer with him over his magnanimity. So we have options like with on his magnanimity, with for his magnanimity. Over his magnanimity means not conquering, not being in opinion with someone, not being in the same opinion with someone over somebody's magnanimity. Clear? Okay, moving ahead. Question number 4. There is certainly no exception dash this stringent rule. Stringent means very tough and strict rule. So if there is no exception to some rule, it means everybody has to follow that particular rule. So there is no exception to this rule. Means this rule is firm and strict. There cannot be any exception to this. Clear? Okay, moving ahead. Question number 5. They are obliged dash you dash your helping nature. So it should be 2. Which option has 2? They are obliged. These two options have 2. Dash your helping nature, for your helping nature. So this is the answer. This is incorrect. Not on your helping nature. So you are obliged to someone or they are obliged to you for your helping nature is the correct usage. Clear? Moving ahead. Question number 6. The CEO was convinced dash the necessity of good decision making. Convinced with the necessity of. This is the correct answer. Convinced with the necessity of good decision making. Moving ahead to question number 7. I inquired dash the servant if his master was at home. So inquired is followed by the preposition of. So it should be of. OF. This should be the answer. Inquired of someone means you ask someone a question or you do some interrogation or inquisition is there. So I inquired of the servant if his master was at home. Clear? Moving ahead to next question. Question number 8. I intentionally refrain dash saying anything else. So you refrain from something means you avoid doing that thing. If you avoid doing something, that is refraining from that thing. So I intentionally refrained from saying anything else, avoiding that thing. So abstain and refrain. Refrain from doing an action, abstain from some bad habit. Clear? Abstain from drinking, abstain from smoking, refrain from saying something bad. Okay? This should be from. Moving ahead, question number 9. Miranda insisted dash going to the late night party despite her father's disapproval. Insisted on. This should be the correct answer. On is the correct answer. So Miranda insisted on going to the late night party. So insist on something means trying to convince someone that I want to do this thing or being very stubborn headed or being very obstinate about something. So that is called insisted on doing something. Clear? So this is the correct answer. Now question number 10. I exchanged dash him my pen dash a pack of frisbees. So exchange exchange something. You exchange with someone for something. So I exchange with him my pen for a pack of frisbees. What is frisbee? You play frisbee, right? Disc kind of thing is there. You play with disc. That's called frisbee. So I exchange with him my pen for a pack of frisbees. Clear? This is the correct answer. So moving ahead to the mains level question. Question number 1 is, the train started across 8 p.m. when Rahul had finished distributing the daily wages to the workers. See, the error is in part A because the across cannot be used for time. It should be at. It should be at 8 p.m. because at 8 p.m. means the fixed time is 8 p.m. So the train started at 8 p.m. when Rahul had finished distributing the daily wages to the workers. Error is in part A, so we'll mark this answer as A, 1. Okay, moving ahead to question number 2. A swarm of bees can be noticed there on times buzzing around the trees, and it is as much a part of the environment as the humans living in the area. Okay, see, a swarm of bees can be noticed there at times, because this is the correct phrase, at times. I do this thing at times, I do that thing at times. So a swarm of bees can be noticed there at times buzzing around the trees, and it is much a part of the environment as the humans living in the area. Clear? Moving ahead to question number 3. On the waters of the Indian Ocean, across the island, nearing the Gulf of Mannar, armed Marcos commandos and Pakistani soldiers continue their one-to-one encounters. Okay, so waters means the water bodies like seas, oceans. So waters of the Indian Ocean, this is correct. On the waters of the Indian Ocean, across the island means up this side to that side, across the island, nearing the Gulf of Mannar, armed Marcos commandos and Pakistani soldiers continue their one-to-one encounters. No error. There is no error in this sentence, students. No error. Clear? Next question. Question number 4. In extraordinary circumstances, conflicts between nations can be taken to an arbitration court only if both parties give their consent to the court's judgment and jurisdiction. See, both parties is written. So between is correct. Error is in part A, which is under extraordinary circumstances. Under, because circumstances is used with under. So under extraordinary circumstances, conflicts between nations can be taken to an arbitration court only if both parties give their word consent to the court's judgment and jurisdiction. Error is in part 1, which is under extraordinary circumstances. Clear? Moving ahead to question number 5. According to the Tatars, this day could have turned out to be the best day to promote free and safe health awareness campaign. No error, students, no error. Clear? Okay. Moving ahead to question number 6. Between the final days of October 2021 to the end of November 2021, according to the former Delhi police officials, the crime rate in Delhi has reduced to 1/3 of the previous data. Okay. So the error is in part A or B, because we are talking about the final days of October 2021 and the end days of November 2021. So it should be between the final days of October 2021 and the error should be error in part B, which should be and, because if we use between, we use and after it. Between Monday and Friday. From Monday to Friday. So it should be between the final days of November 2021 and the end of November 2021. October and November 2021. The answer is in part, the error is in part B. So answer should be B. Correct? Question number 7. The win deserved a lot of applause. As Real Madrid had lost Manchester United in the initial league stages. So Real Madrid has lost 2 or against. It should be 2. Lost to Manchester United in the initial league stages. Manchester United in the initial league stages. Clear? Lost to Manchester United. It's a correct use. There is in part C. Moving ahead to next question. Question number 8. Rajat ensured that he called on me. Called on me means calling on someone means visiting someone. Rajat ensured that he called on me at least twice in a week, as he had the habit of keeping his promises. See, at least twice in a week. Twice a week, thrice a month. This in becomes a weak preposition. So now in the modern English, it has been obsolete. It has being made obsolete. We cannot use this. So it should be Rajat ensured that he called on me at least twice a week, as he had the habit of keeping his promises. Clear? Question number 9. The teacher had decided that he would develop in the students the habit of writing in black ink whatsoever opposition he might have to face. See, the error could have been writing in black ink, but that's correct. Otherwise, the sentence has no error. The teacher had decided that he would develop in the students the habit of writing in black ink whatsoever opposition he might have to face. No error. E. Clear? Now, in the last question, 10 number. There was no doubt on the face of the teacher. When he was summoned by the principal to describe about the incident that led the class monitor to slap the naughty child in his absence. Okay, so this about shouldn't be there because describe is not followed by a preposition in the active voice. The poet described the incident with a lot of panache. This can be correct, but describe about the incident, describe about used as a transitive verb cannot be, describe cannot be followed by a preposition. So this is the correct answer. So B has an error. We will mark B as the answer. So students, I hope you enjoyed today's session a lot. Thank you so much.
ஃபாரின்ல படிச்சாதான் பெரிய ஆளாக முடியும்னு இல்ல, நம்ம ஒரு வெராண்டால படிச்சாலே போதும். வெராண்டா ரேஸ் வங்கி மற்றும் அரசு தேர்வுகளுக்கான ஆன்லைன் பயிற்சி.